Welcome. Welcome everybody. How are you doing today? It's so very nice to have you here. And I wanted to speak today a little bit about what is a bit of a theme this spring and summer for our programs, and that is awakening and the role of the nervous system in awakening and in freedom. So there are many elements that are necessary for awakening. A strong desire for truth, which is what brings us here. And even right now, right? The reason why you are here watching this little video is because you want to know the truth. Birth in a human body. Why do we need that? You know, we need the intellect. We need the intellect for discrimination and for inquiry. And we also need the nervous system to be able to experience the arising past. Because you know how that goes, right? When past arises, we can either, our attention can move with it and we can reenact the past. We can try to suppress it, which we have all tried also. Both of those things just make the past stronger. Or we can be present to it here. We can experience it right here in this moment, which really is the end of the past. And when I say past, I mean unmet, unfinished, unresolved tendencies. You know, these tendencies have the power to continue over and over and over and over again, right? So when the past arises, it shows up in our physiology and it makes it look very, 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 very real. What we also need for awakening is trust. Trust in our true nature. You know, if we fully trusted our true nature right now, in this moment, which of course you can try right now, you can, you know, just absolutely trust our true nature. That's awakening, right? And then if we would trust our true nature moment by moment by moment, that's freedom. So if our desire for truth is really strong, then our true nature is going to manifest as a teacher that speaks our language so that we can understand and that we can learn how to trust. You know, in all those places that we don't trust quite yet, that's where the teacher comes in and says, look this way, right? Go this way, that's where it is, right? So we can fully trust and be here. You know, what's rarely spoken about is, and really necessary for awakening, is what I call the capacity of our nervous system to be here. Because when the past arises, and you are all aware of that, when the past arises, it shows up in our physiology, and it shows up as thoughts and as feelings and sensations and emotions, and it looks very, very real, right? Very believable. And also, if there is no capacity in our nervous system to be here, what we experience, because that's the habit of the nervous system, you know, that's again, you know, long, you know, the patterns are passed on from life to life, from, you know, species to species, or whatever the you know, collective consciousness, right? So the nervous system habitually goes into fight, flight, or freeze, or overwhelm, or collapse, right? And so we are not able to be here. And this is, you know, this is crucial not only before awakening or in the process that leads to awakening, you know, which really, that is very crucial, capacity of the nervous system to be here, because that's often where seekers of truth, where students experience the frustration, you know, the frustration of not being able to translate the moments of presence and peace into day by day, moment by moment, here, you know, experience, right? So what is so crucial, you know, is for awakening and freedom is that capacity to actually be present to the arising experience, rather than the nervous system ending up in fight, flight, freeze, or overwhelm or collapse, right? Which then, you know, we just can't be here. And if we can learn, if we can teach it, how to be here. You see, very powerful, because the moment you bring attention here, the moment you know also, here we are in the human body, the moment you know how to work with the nervous system, how to help it to be here, right? Then you know almost instantaneously we are here, right? And we know also that everything is okay just the way it is. So that's really the reason why for many years now I have been teaching about, you know, first of all, I have been teaching the sensation-based inquiry process. That is a very powerful way of meeting what arises here right now in this moment, right? Not in the story, not, you know, when this or that, not when, you know, there's an improvement, but right now, as it arises in this moment, right? And I also speak a lot about the brain and the nervous system, and I teach students skills. I teach students skills about how to build the capacity of the nervous system, how to be here, right? What to do to grow our ability. You know, we learn about the nervous system, how to work with it, how to help it, you know, so that we can be here. Again, you know, I'm always amazed to this day how powerful it is the moment we know how to do it and the moment we can bring our attention here, right? Very powerful. And of course, discrimination is very powerful also, and I have been, you know, I'm teaching that also in our programs. Discrimination meaning recognizing the past for what it is, you know, so that we can see it, because you know, you have seen these thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions many, 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 many times, right? It's just that you are used to it, so you don't recognize it as the past. And the moment discrimination comes in and you can see it and you can say, oh, I know you. I have seen you before. I know who you are. You are the past. You know what Papaji used to say, if whatever you can see is not who you are. So this is very crucial, you know, very crucial, not only in the process that leads to awakening, not only before awakening, but after awakening also. In the process of embodiment, which, what does it mean, embodiment? It means become functional from what we know is true. So that moment by moment by moment, you know, our action, our response, our action in the world arises from the knowing, right? It's not filtered by our conditioning. It's not affected by our past, right? And that unfiltered response, you know, is what I call freedom. So I want to invite you to participate in our upcoming programs. I will be speaking more about this. I will be also in the summer teaching the sensation-based inquiry process, which is very powerful, as well as I teach that in the 6-month programs. And I want to invite you, that's fall, winter, spring. And I want to invite you for that also, because these 6-month programs are very transformational. You know, students wake up, students learn a lot of skills, they learn how to be here, they understand what takes their attention away from here. Very, very powerful. So please check out our upcoming programs. I will be speaking more about awakening, about the nervous system and the brain, about the role of the nervous system in awakening and freedom, about other things also, relationship, about, how to be here in times of challenge. And I'm very much looking forward to this, and I hope to see you there.